Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, owner and founder of Texas Art and Soul and Paint Party Headquarters, and I want to talk to you about how to charge for your paint parties. Now, this is really important because as artists, as creatives, and women out there, a lot of times we think, because we're having fun doing this, we shouldn't charge for it. So I'm gonna go over 3 things. I made notes to make sure I don't forget. Number 1, I'm gonna go over how to not underprice. Number 2, the prep work that involves putting on a paint party event like this. And then number 3, what I charge at my events today, okay? And so that kind of gives you a ballpark of where you can charge too. So I'm gonna go over those 3 things today, and this should help you with how to charge for your paint party events, okay? So first off, if you've never done a paint party, it is so much fun. It has totally changed my life. I was an art teacher for 10 years, and I actually went bankrupt about a decade ago, lost everything, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, paint parties has really been, I can make a profit every single party. And that's what I teach people, a profit every single paint party. So when we talk about a profit every single paint party, the first thing that comes up is, what do you charge? What do you charge at a paint party to where I can make a profit every time? Because there's expenses, there's time, there's all of those things. But here's the thing I want to tell y'all. It is mostly a service, okay? Supplies, which I teach people all the time. I have an ebook. It's $17 on my website, but I'll put a link in the description. You can have it for free. Just for watching this video, thank you. And there's ways to find supplies cheap, and there's ways to be resourceful so that when you go into every single party, you are excited to help them and show them how to do these, these paintings, whatever you have that you're teaching them, because you know that you've made a profit that night and you have been paid in advance before you even got there that night with a minimum head count. I am all about that, and I do not show up to events unless they have already been paid for, unless it's like a church event or a country club where they request the check and send it to you later. But any kind of restaurant event, all of those are paid for in advance. And guys, the first thing is, getting over the fact that just because it's fun, doesn't mean I should get paid, right? Okay, so we never go to a gym. I mean, not saying a gym's sometimes fun, but we never go to a gym and expect not to pay our membership. We never go to the dentist. Both of those are really not that fun. You think it's something? We don't go to Six Flags and expect not to pay, right? We don't go to the movies and expect not to pay for our movie ticket. I mean, why would somebody come to a paint party and expect to barely pay, just pay you right over it? And why should we, as creatives, why do we think that? For a long, long time, when I first started my first business when I lived in Florida, I was like that. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to overcharge and all of these things. And, people ended up buying these little surfboards like crazy, probably because I was undercharged. Now that I think back, I'm like, maybe I should have listened to my mother-in-law when she said raise the price, but instead I was just happily painting because I knew it was coming my way. So make sure you don't undercharge, okay? Number 2, so don't underprice. And fundraisers, people ask me about that all the time. And yes, you can do fundraisers, but only lower your price by $5 or $10 per person, and then they up it by $5. This way, there's that margin where you're still, doing a fundraiser and helping somebody, but you're not cutting your margins so low to where you're resenting even before you get there. Like, you're resentful of the party. You never want to be in that state. Again, I am all about showing God's love through art. And the way I do that is teaching people at paint parties. And I think if I'm going there and I can't make my car payment or I don't have groceries, how am I going to be able to go there and help and serve and help people and do the things I need to do at that event if I can't even pay for the stuff to have the event happen? So make sure you're not undercharging. Number 2, prep work. Okay, so another thing that people think of, well, it's fun, but there is still prep work to be done. So when I get off of this video recording, I am prepping for my events tomorrow night. So I'm gonna spend several hours today prepping for my event tomorrow. But I can guarantee you that I would rather work 2 hard days, which really aren't that hard, but prepping for this paint party for the amount of money I'm gonna make that it takes somebody 2 weeks to make at an hourly job, okay? So one time I was cleaning up an event and my mother-in-law was there. She's in this video a lot today. I was cleaning up my event and my mother-in-law was there and she was like, man, Heidi, you have to clean all this up? And I just thought, I just made $1,000 in 3 hours. Yeah, I am totally fine cleaning all this up. Totally fine. Like, yes, $1,000 in 3 hours. I will gladly clean this up, okay? So, guys, remember, you have to put in the time for the prep work. So I never worry about what I'm charging because I know I'm gonna be prepping the day before. I'm gonna be getting things ready. I know that I'm gonna be washing brushes, for an hour afterwards, but it is so worth it because again, the amount of time that I'm actually working, even if I did 2 full days, which it doesn't even take that, 2 full days for that 2.5 to 3.5 hour event is still 2 weeks pay for a normal job. So I am totally happy with that. And then number 3, and here is what I charge. So some of y'all may be waiting for this. And before I tell you my prices, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this. And if you want to have the free ebook, make sure you download, make sure you subscribe and like my channel, please. And I would so appreciate it. I hadn't really even thought about growing a YouTube channel. I've just been posting videos for a few years now, and then it's kind of like, I guess maybe I should ask people to subscribe. So if you like this, please subscribe if you're in the paint party world and want some more information. And then the third thing, what I charge. Here is what I have kind of settled on, and sometimes it changes depending on the situation, but for the most part, $35 a person is pretty much nationwide if you're in the United States. That's usually not an issue at all. $40 a person is about what I charge. So $40, they can choose, I'll have a painter's choice. They can choose a wood piece or they could choose a canvas, and I'll have 2 or 3 options for them. Now, if you're just starting out, I don't recommend trying to teach 3 options at one paint party. It will drive you crazy. But if you've been doing this a while, it really does fill your events, especially for restaurant events. So I charge around $40 a person. And then for kids, I charge around $20 a person. So those are my prices. But yes, depending on where you're at, you may be able to go a little higher, or I wouldn't go too much lower. Again, you are setting up an event and you want to be the person who does a great event. And again, you don't want to be resentful. So number 1, don't underprice. You will be resentful, and I don't want you to be that. We have to show God's love through art. And if we're not able to pay our own bills, why even do it, right? It's still a business. Number 2, prep work. Count that in as part of the cost of the event. People are paying $35 to come to a painting where they're gonna get all the instruction, all the supplies, 2-3 hours of just fun socializing. And it's not like fine, serious art. It's fun, creative, and just having fun art, right? So they're paying for that experience too. It's not just about the art. And so remember that prep work of you getting ready, and then, by the way, I need to really get off this and get ready for my event tomorrow. And then number 3, my prices. I charge anywhere from $35 to $40 for women and then $20 for kids. And if you would like the free ebook to let you know some more information, I kind of lay it all out. Again, it's on my website. If you want to pay for it, I'd love that. It's $17 on my website. But if you want it for free, check it out in the comments below. All right, give me a subscribe and a like, and I'll love you forever. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Happy painting.